Hey there, it's me, Jesus Sunny, and I just wanted to give out a little quick comment about the video you're about to watch. I just finished filming, but what was supposed to be a video that was supposed to take about only a day or a couple hours actually ended up taking 2 days due to timing and scheduling reasons right there. But I just wanted to give out that comment because whilst it's overall still a self-reflection about my first year of college, the footage does jump a little bit through different times, and I just wanted to establish that. But with that being said, here's the video about my reflection of my freshman year of college. Thanks for watching.
A little bit more to the right, but it's okay.
Hello there. Welcome to a reflection in my first year of college. Now, this video was meant to be published in May. However, due to the amount of footage that I filmed for this video and prior videos and a couple future videos, as well as life itself, it's pushed a couple bits of these videos. However, I think I've gotten it now into a rhythm, and you can expect a whole lot more content regularly coming up soon. Now, I have not done a video in this form yet, and I think I have some way of how I'm doing it. I don't know if I'll do it exactly like this, but it's a bit of a learning thing, which is pretty fun. That's a bit of the behind the scenes. So I guess in the sense of behind the scenes, if you wanted to know, I have all the footage lined up and added, and now I'm doing this whole audio in one take and then just cutting it, removing any of the filler in that sense. But now moving on to the topic at hand. My first year of college, how was it? It was amazing. I would say that college truly is what many people say some of the best years of their lives. I hope that this is not true for me. I do hope that college is not just a period where I can say this is where my life was at its best before eventually getting more rough. But that being said, I will say that compared to any prior experiences I've had, I absolutely did love college. And I was not someone that came into it with that same mindset. Whilst I was not nervous going into college per se for myself, there were a few factors overall within my life that held some actual nerves and some worries overall. And I would say that I would not say that I am someone that came in excited for college in a grand sense. I see myself more as a little bit more in realistic eye. This is without downplaying or trying to make anyone feel bad, but in the sense of where many people may say that college is going to suddenly change their lives, especially in the tier of high school seniors. I want to make it clear that whilst college definitely does improve certain aspects, it won't automatically change your life. I just wanted to make that clear, and I have not been proven wrong yet in that type of mindset. I've seen a few people who I've known that have gone in with that mindset eventually run into a more regular kind of sense, because this is, at the end of the day, an area where either way you are getting your education. This is in a more general sense. I am aware that there are instances where college can truly change your life. And if you are in those instances, then that is fantastic. And I am very proud of you. But in the case of where I mainly saw many seniors or many college students, there is that environment of expecting it to suddenly be the thing that's going to make everything better. And I'm sorry to say, but that is just not what college is. College does give you an education, does give you the ability for a brighter future, but in the end, it is just one aspect of life out of the many, many different areas of where you can also improve and grow and where you will also change. But there are certain other factors that come into it, and I will be going more into that, I guess you could say, academically speaking. This year was not the toughest, I will say. It was relatively a breeze, I would say. That being said, I did have an occasional challenging class or two that definitely did strain me in some sense. And I will also say that if there was one major piece of advice that I would give to anyone listening to this video that's getting ready for college, it's to focus on time management. And by time management, I don't just mean focusing on making time for solely homework or solely friends. I'm talking about overall everything. And I think that's a very important tool that you'll need in life in general that unfortunately does not get presented as frequently as you think. Going into college, I had already come up kind of with this mindset, but it was very much more important to know that you can't just focus on academics and you can't just focus on friends or family. You need to make space for everything, because if you only focus on one thing, you are going to either overly stress yourself out, or you are going to put yourself at a risk in the sense of your academic area or any other area that you hold value to, whether that be a relationship, friends, family, your academics, or any extracurriculars or hobbies. It is something very important to do, and unfortunately it is a bit challenging to maintain, but it is important. Now, living in college, I will say, was a pretty fun time overall. I made plenty of friends, joined clubs, really put myself out there, went to the gym, growing bonds that I will hold and cherish, and just grew closer with people. It was a great time. My first semester was overall very well. If there's one way that I could summarize my first semester, it would be that it brought a lot of new experiences, a lot of connections, a lot of friends, which I eventually bonded with, a lot of relationships that ended up just getting closer, whether that be family, romantic, friends. It was truly an experience that I definitely did enjoy. And I would also say that thanks to friends that I made, I ended up going to the gym, and I will say that I highly do recommend going to the gym with a group of friends, or either even just one friend. I would say that it's always important, because if you are starting, you'll always have at least someone that's pushing you still, that you can go to the gym not by yourself but with someone, and because it also makes you feel responsible to go, and that way you are not just feeling that you can take off days whenever you want. It keeps you more on a routine. My dorm life was pretty all right. I have no complaints about my building, nothing really too big. I know that some people within my building did not enjoy it, but to me, I just saw it as living in those circumstances, and I honestly don't have any big complaints. Having the opportunity to see how dorms may be in another university did also just expand this thought that honestly, dorms for the most part are all relatively the same. The dorm that I will be having this upcoming year, I am excited to go to. It does seem like more of an improvement than this past year, but for the most part, when it comes to college, dorms, dining, it's all about the same. No matter what people say, yes, there are certain benefits, and there's also certain cons that each university all has. There was no AC in the beginning, but to me, it was not a big bother. However, I am aware that for many it was. I did end up making a lot of memories, whether it be in my room or even with my roommate, which I ended up getting closer to, and now I can say that we have definitely become friends, and even in a sense, sort of like brothers. I definitely did feel somber saying goodbye. It was a feeling that I've never truly felt before, but that last day, the last night before moving out, definitely just did hit different. It was definitely a rough final day once finals were done and I was just moving out. The experience that I felt doing that cannot be summarized. It is an incredibly strange, sad feeling that I don't think I felt in that sense for this type of occasion. Moving on to the second semester, I would say that was a lot more or less in a social aspect. I had taken 2 night classes, and whilst overall I was pretty all right, I will say that I did have a particular class that I was struggling a bit to maintain, and it did definitely require me to spend a lot more time in the library, and which is why I did spend a good chunk of this video presenting myself in the library, because I would say that had this been recorded within the first semester, I likely had not have recorded too much in the library. However, thanks to my experience this second semester, I did spend a lot more time there, whether it be studying, working on assignments, projects, videos. it was a location that I definitely did spend a lot more time and that I also made a lot of memories with, which is why I also felt that it was important to go around here and just show the views that I looked at or the areas whilst I worked. In the sense as to why I'm walking around the university and the city, it's because walking has always held some sort of importance to me, especially around this year, whether it be walking around with friends around the city or walking by myself, listening to music, coming up with ideas or ways to succeed, whether it be academically, socially, or in this sense as well with YouTube and TikTok, or just cuz and to listen to music. It's something that I've really grown to enjoy doing, and it's something that I found to be very important and felt that it would be important to reflect in this video. Speaking of which, the city also held an important area within the university. I would say that the university itself was a great time. I loved the community. I loved my classes. I loved the dorm, but I would also say that the city also deserves some love as well, as without the city, a lot of my memories would also not have been made. Whether it be walking around the streets with friends, going to an art gallery, going to the mall, going to the movies, going to get food, riding the bus, it definitely was something that the city itself has grown into a bit of who I am. I've always lived close to San Jose, so I would say that whilst I've already gained some connection within the city, moving into the university itself and being able to not just be in the university but to also explore the city just amplified my experience overall, and not only just grew my love in the sense of my college experience, but overall my experience moving beyond the university and just in life as well, because I can definitely see a future where this can lead, whether it be thanks to my academics, whether it be thanks to hobbies, passions, maybe this video thing that may eventually grow if possible. It's definitely a very optimistic time, and I would say that I just want to thank overall my experience within the university. I'm very grateful that I had a fantastic first and second semester, fantastic first year overall, and I honestly am looking forward to this next year. I am a bit nervous, I will say, because I think I got a little too chummy once again back home. But I think that moving in and just as the date is getting closer, whilst I'm not completely head over heels, I will say that I am a lot more optimistic and a lot more excited going into this upcoming school year. I am very optimistic, and I just cannot wait to see where this can all take us. Now, I do want to say that this area with me sitting in the bench may be a bit buggy or a little laggy. Don't worry, that is not your screen. That is my fault, kinda. I ended up recording this final scene when my phone was down to 1%, so it was definitely not the best recording in cinematic. I do apologize for that. With that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This has been very nice just to reflect. Something that I'll look forward to do for the next 3 years, because that's 1 year down and 3 to go. And I cannot wait what these 3 years have in store. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a very bright rest of your day, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.